Airports are like little cities, full of secrets that most of us never notice. Did you know that over 24 million bags are mishandled every year? Or that some airports have secret tunnels right under your feet? These places are much more than just places to catch a flight. They're packed with hidden stories, secret codes, and surprising loopholes. In this video, we're peeling back the layers of airport life. We'll dive into the underground tunnels you never knew existed, reveal how you can score VIP perks without the VIP price tag, and uncover what really happens during those frustrating flight delays. But that's just the beginning. We'll also expose the truth about unclaimed baggage and give you tips straight from airport insiders on how to travel smarter. Stick with us and you'll see airports in a whole new light. Get ready to discover the secrets they don't want you to know. Chapter 1. The Hidden World Beneath. Airport Subterranean Mysteries. Airports are massive, bustling hubs above ground, but did you know there's a whole other world beneath your feet? Many of the world's busiest airports, like London Heathrow and Chicago O'Hare, have complex underground networks. These aren't just utility tunnels, they're like mini-cities complete with rail systems, storage facilities, and even secret passageways. At Denver International Airport, there's an entire underground transit system that most passengers never see. It's used to move luggage and supplies between terminals. Some even believe there's more to Denver's tunnels, with conspiracy theories suggesting hidden bunkers. While that might be a stretch, the sheer size of these networks is staggering. In fact, at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, the underground tunnels span over 12 miles. These tunnels are critical for airport operations, from transporting baggage to housing the massive power systems that keep the airport running. Without them, the airport would come to a standstill. If you think these tunnels are just for luggage, think again. At some airports, there are secret walkways that allow VIPs and airline staff to move discreetly. These paths are often connected to exclusive lounges and private terminals. So, while you're waiting at the gate, someone might be taking a shortcut right beneath you. Understanding these subterranean systems can give you an edge in navigating large airports. While you might not get access to these tunnels, knowing they exist can help you appreciate the complexity of airport operations. Next time you fly, think about the vast network that's working tirelessly below ground to get you where you need to go. Chapter 2. VIP Perks for the Average Joe, Accessing Exclusive Airport Lounges. Ever walked by an airport lounge and wondered what it's like inside? You don't have to be a VIP to find out. There are several ways to gain access to these exclusive spaces without breaking the bank. One of the easiest ways to access lounges is through credit card perks. Many travel credit cards offer complimentary lounge access as a benefit. For instance, the American Express Platinum Card gives you entry to over 1,200 lounges worldwide. But here's a tip. Some cards also offer free guest passes, so you can bring a friend along. If you don't have a fancy credit card, there are still options. Some airlines sell day passes to their lounges, even if you're flying economy. For example, Delta offers day passes to its Sky Clubs for around $59. It's a small price to pay for comfort, especially on a long layover. Another trick is to use airline loyalty programs. Even if you don't fly often, signing up for a frequent flyer program can pay off. Some programs offer lounge access as a reward after a few flights. Plus, you can often buy access with miles, which is a great way to use up points that might otherwise go to waste. Here's a pro tip. You can sometimes access lounges through third-party apps like LoungeBuddy. This app lets you purchase one-time access to various lounges around the world. It's perfect if you only need lounge access occasionally and don't want to commit to a membership. Did you know that some lounges offer more than just snacks and Wi-Fi? For example, the Qatar Airways Al Morjan Business Lounge in Doha has a full spa and private sleeping rooms. And at the Turkish Airlines Lounge in Istanbul, you can find a movie theater and golf simulator. These aren't just places to wait, they're destinations in themselves. So next time you're at the airport, don't settle for the crowded waiting area. With a little planning, you can enjoy the perks of VIP travel without the VIP price tag. Chapter 3. The Secret Code, Decoding Mysterious Airport Announcements. Ever heard a strange announcement over the airport PA system and wondered what it meant? Airports have their own language, and understanding it can give you a sense of what's really happening behind the scenes. One of the most common codes you'll hear is final call or last call. But did you know that this doesn't always mean the flight is about to leave? In many cases, it's used to hurry along late passengers, even when the plane isn't quite ready. It's a subtle way for the airline to keep things moving on time. Then there's the mysterious Code Bravo. This isn't something you want to hear while waiting for your flight. Code Bravo usually indicates a security issue, often involving a suspicious package. If you hear this, it's a good idea to stay alert and follow any instructions from airport staff. Another interesting one is paging Mr. John Smith. This common name isn't always for a real person. Sometimes it's used as a way to alert security personnel without alarming passengers. It's a discreet way to handle potential security threats without causing a scene. You might also hear an announcement about a gate change. While this seems straightforward, it can sometimes signal more significant issues, like a delay or overbooking. Gate changes are often a sign that the airline is trying to juggle flights to keep things running smoothly. So if you hear one, it's a good idea to stay near the gate and listen for updates. For international travelers, there's a special code to listen for, Code Romeo. This often relates to issues with immigration or customs. If you're traveling abroad and hear this, it might mean that there are delays or additional checks at the border. Understanding these codes can make your airport experience less stressful. Instead of feeling confused or anxious when you hear an announcement, you'll know exactly what's going on and how to respond. Plus, it's a fun way to feel like an insider during your travels. If you're curious about more codes, consider researching airport operations or even chatting with a friendly flight attendant. They often have the best stories and can give you more insight into what's happening behind the scenes. So next time you hear a strange announcement, you'll be in the know. Chapter 4. Lost in Transit, the truth about unclaimed baggage. Every year, millions of bags go missing in transit. While most find their way back to their owners, a surprising number don't. Have you ever wondered what happens to these unclaimed bags? They end up in places like the Unclaimed Baggage Center in Scottsboro, Alabama. This one-of-a-kind store is a treasure trove of items left behind by travelers. From designer clothes to electronics, it's all there, and often at a fraction of the original price. Unclaimed baggage is big business. According to CETA, a leading specialist in air transport communications, over 24 million bags were mishandled worldwide in 2022. While 95% are returned to their owners within 48 hours, the remaining 5% either get lost for good or end up at auction. What's fascinating is the process that leads to these bags being sold. After 90 days of unsuccessful attempts to reunite the luggage with its owner, the airline legally owns the contents. These items are then either donated, recycled, or sold. It's not just clothes and gadgets. Valuable items like jewelry, cameras, and even musical instruments find their way to these auctions. If you're interested in scoring a deal, you might consider visiting one of these unclaimed baggage stores. But here's a tip: go early. The best items get snapped up quickly by savvy shoppers who know the value of what's up for grabs. Some of the items discovered in unclaimed bags are downright bizarre. For example, a full suit of armor was once found in a bag at Heathrow Airport. And at the Unclaimed Baggage Center, someone once found a rare 19th-century violin valued at $18,000. While it might seem like a shopper's dream, it's also a reminder to take extra precautions with your own luggage. Using a durable luggage tag with your contact information and investing in tracking technology like Apple's AirTag can help ensure your bag doesn't end up in someone else's hands. So, next time you're waiting at baggage claim and your bag doesn't show, remember there's a whole system in place that might eventually lead your belongings to a second life. And who knows, maybe someone will stumble upon a treasure in your lost bag someday. Before we move on, hit subscribe and let's dive back into more great content. Chapter 5. Sky-high savings: how to beat airport price hikes. We've all been there. You get through security and suddenly everything costs a fortune. A simple bottle of water can set you back $5 and a sandwich? Don't even ask. But with a few smart strategies, you can avoid paying those sky-high prices at the airport. First off, bring your own snacks. Most airports allow you to bring food through security as long as it's not liquid. Packing your own snacks can save you a ton, especially if you have a long layover. Granola bars, nuts, and even sandwiches can be easily packed and brought along. Next, consider using a refillable water bottle. Airports have water fountains or refill stations past security where you can fill up your bottle for free. Not only does this save money, but it also helps you stay hydrated throughout your journey. Another trick is to use airport dining apps. Some airports offer apps that provide information on food options and special deals. For example, the Airport Sherpa app helps you find the best food deals and even order ahead, so you don't have to wait in long lines. If you prefer sit-down meals, check for hidden gems. Many airports have dining options that are away from the main terminal areas and can be less expensive. Also, look for restaurants that offer local or regional specialties, which can be both affordable and delicious. Finally, if you're willing to walk a bit, head to the less crowded terminals. Often these areas have more reasonably priced food and drink options compared to the bustling main terminals. Plus, you'll avoid the long lines and have a more relaxed dining experience. For those who travel frequently, consider getting a membership to an airport dining club. Some programs offer discounts at various airport restaurants and can quickly pay for themselves if you travel often. Remember, airports are designed to make a profit, but that doesn't mean you have to pay premium prices. With a bit of planning and a few smart moves, you can enjoy your time at the airport without emptying your wallet. Chapter 6. Security Secrets: Navigating the Hidden Gaps. When we go through airport security, we expect everything to be tight, but there are hidden gaps in the system. Understanding these can help you be a smarter traveler. Let's start with TSA PreCheck. It's a popular program, but it has its flaws. Did you know that, according to a 2015 DHS report, undercover agents were able to sneak banned items through security in 95% of their tests? While the TSA has made improvements since then, it's a reminder that no system is foolproof. One of the lesser-known loopholes is the use of gate passes. These are issued to non-flyers who need to accompany someone to the gate. While rare, it's a way for people without tickets to get past security. It's mostly used for parents with unaccompanied minors or those assisting travelers with special needs, but it still represents a gap in the system. There's also the matter of airport employees. With thousands of workers accessing secure areas daily, the risk of insider threats is real. In fact, in 2017, 18 employees at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport were arrested for smuggling guns through security. The case highlighted how vulnerable the system can be when employees abuse their positions. One surprising fact is that not all airports use the same security measures. Some smaller regional airports might not have the full body scanners you see at major hubs. Instead, they rely on older metal detectors and manual pat-downs. This variation means that the level of security can differ depending on where you're flying from. Another concern is the sheer volume of people. Airports like Dubai International handle over 88 million passengers a year, making thorough screening a massive challenge. With so many people moving through, it's easier for things to slip through the cracks. For passengers, one of the best strategies is to stay vigilant. If something feels off, don't hesitate to report it. And if you're traveling with valuables, consider using a TSA-approved lock on your luggage. While it won't stop everything, it can be a deterrent against theft. One interesting statistic from the TSA is that they confiscate around 4,000 guns a year at checkpoints, with 87% of them loaded. This shows that despite the security measures, people still try to bring dangerous items on board. The best thing you can do as a traveler is to be aware of your surroundings and follow all security protocols. Finally, remember that security isn't just about what's in your bag. Your behavior matters too. Suspicious actions, even if unintentional, can lead to additional screening or delays. So keep calm, follow instructions, and be prepared for any security checks. In the end, while airport security isn't perfect, understanding its weaknesses can help you navigate the system more effectively and stay safe. Enjoyed today's video? Subscribe to stay updated on all our future posts.